All right, today we are digging into one of the biggest secrets, or maybe the worst kept secret, in the modern economy: Silicon Valley's absolute dominance in venture capital. Seriously, what makes this tiny little slice of California the undisputed king of tech investment? Well, let's get into it.
I mean, it's a really good question when you stop and think about it. You've got these massive financial hubs like London and New York, places that dwarf the valley in terms of just, raw capital. But when it comes to finding and funding the next world-changing tech company, somehow all roads lead right back here. So what is going on?
Now, the easy answer is to just say, well, that's where the money is. But that's not really it. It's not the whole story. The real answer is so much more interesting. We're talking about a powerful, self-reinforcing machine, a complete ecosystem that's been building on itself for decades.
So to really get how this machine works today, we have to rewind. We have to go back to the very beginning and look at the initial spark that got this incredible engine started in the first place.
And it really all began in the world of academia. You had this totally unique partnership forming between these world-class universities, government research funding, and private industry. It basically created the perfect soil for a tech revolution to grow. And you can see how it all unfolded right here. It really kicks off in the 50s with the government pouring defense money into super advanced research on semiconductors. The tiny little brains behind all modern computers. This created this incredible density of brainpower. Then you get this legendary moment in 1957. The traitorous eight walk out of an established company to start their own, Fairchild Semiconductor. They pretty much invent the modern startup. And that move directly leads to giants like Intel being founded in 1968. By the time the 70s roll around, the personal computer boom proves that this whole high-risk model can generate insane returns, which, of course, just poured more fuel on the fire.
So that initial spark, it didn't just fizzle out. No way. It ignited something way more powerful. A self-sustaining flywheel that just keeps spinning faster and faster and faster.
So, what do we mean by that, a self-reinforcing ecosystem? Well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Success in one part of the system, let's say a company has a huge IPO, it doesn't just make a few people rich. That success creates a new batch of experienced founders, super skilled engineers, and brand new angel investors who then turn around and pour all that money and knowledge right back into the system. And that, of course, creates even more success. So let's trace how this loop works. Step 1. It all starts with some kind of groundbreaking innovation, maybe coming out of those universities and labs. Step 2. That cool new tech attracts the best and the brightest people from literally all over the globe. Step 3. The venture capitalists, who are not dumb, know that's where all the talent is, so they concentrate their money there. And step 4, that capital fuels these massive successes, which then generate even more wealth, experience, and inspiration for the next wave of innovation. And the cycle just starts all over again, but faster every single time.
Okay, so we know this flywheel is spinning like crazy, but what are the actual gears inside the machine that keep it turning with such incredible force today? Let's break down the 3 most critical parts. The first gear is just unmatched deal flow. Think about it like a giant funnel. Because of its history, because of its reputation, there is simply nowhere else on Earth that gets such a high concentration of ambitious, top-tier tech companies all looking for money. If you're a VC, it's the most target-rich environment you could ever dream of.
And here's why that concentration is so important. The most ambitious founders on the planet know, deep down, that their best shot is in the valley. So that's where they go. VCs, in turn, have to be physically there to meet them, to vet their ideas, to make decisions super fast. And this is crucial. Because this kind of investing is so risky, firms love to co-invest to share that risk. And being on the same street or just a few blocks away makes striking those deals infinitely easier and faster.
Now, this next gear is maybe the most unique, and it's all about culture. Just look at this comparison. In most places, especially in a traditional finance hub like New York or London, if your business fails, that's a black mark on your career. But in Silicon Valley, a failed startup is actually seen as a badge of honor. It's proof that you took a big swing. And that acceptance of failure is absolutely essential for making the kind of high-risk, high-reward bets that define this whole game.
And that brings us to the third gear, which is arguably the most powerful one of all, a very specific kind of talent. This quote really just nails it. New York trains financial talent. The Valley trains technology scaling talent. And that little distinction, it means everything.
And that is the absolute key. We're not just talking about people who can write code. We are talking about having access to thousands of people, product managers, marketers, executives, who have already lived through the insane journey of scaling a company. These are the people from Google, from Meta, from Apple. They know what it takes to grow something from an idea in a garage into a global giant. That hands-on experience is literally priceless, and it's the network that VCs tap into to guide their investments to success.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together. After looking at this incredible venture capital machine, what's the big takeaway? Why does this all matter? It's this. Silicon Valley's dominance is not an accident, and it's not just about having a lot of cash. It is a finely tuned machine. It's an ecosystem where capital, culture, and this very specific talent have all combined into a powerful, self-sustaining flywheel that is perfectly optimized for one thing: to create and scale world-changing technology. But that leaves us with a huge, fascinating question for the future. In a world where tech talent is now global and work is becoming more and more remote, can this incredibly concentrated engine just run forever? It's a question that is probably going to define the next chapter of innovation. I would love to know what you think.